Good morning and happy Friday to you. Welcome to the show. I am Louisa Lee, here to make your Friday even better. 早安你好，欢迎收看 Louisa 报报，每天早上给你最新最有趣的新闻。Let's first start off your day by keeping you updated. As you can see, the city is submerged completely, regarded as the worst rains in a century. The massive downpours in South Korea has triggered landslides, killing at least 49 people and destroying hundreds of homes. 南韩的暴雨已经造成非常严重的灾情，至少有49人死亡。有关当局已经紧急撤离居民。In some areas around Seoul, it is reported that the rain is increasing at a rate of 2 inches an hour, with forecasters saying that there will be more rain today. Authorities have since issued a national crisis warning, with people being evacuated in 5 neighborhoods on the outskirts of the capital. Even after restoring power for thousands of homes, hundreds are still out of electricity. Soldiers have been called to help with the cleanup effort. In the news, we have been doing some follow-ups to the recent train accident in China that occurred in the eastern Zhejiang province. In response to the strong public anger over the government's way of handling the deadly crash, Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao has since made a promise to the people, saying that a thorough investigation will be conducted. A balloon train was struck from behind by another train due to power outage last Saturday, killing 39 people while injuring close to 200 individuals. 而大陆总理温家宝也到了温州去探视罹难者家属，他说一定会要求查出原因，给人民一个交代。Now moving on to music news, the public appearance of Beyoncé and Michelle Williams at Kelly Rowland's album launch party had everyone guessing if the trio will have a comeback. Rowland is currently promoting for her newest studio album, Here I Am, and the 2 other former members show their support by wearing matching color outfits. Destiny's Child 的3个团员 Beyoncé、Michelle Williams 还有 Kelly Rowland 最近又同台了。原来是 Kelly Rowland 推出新专辑，另外2位搭档站台为她加油。The last time we saw the 3 ladies on the same stage was back in 2006. And after 5 years of pursuing their own solo careers, the former members of the Destiny's Child are reuniting for one purpose. For Kelly Rowland's newest album release party, Here I Am, which just hit shelves this Tuesday. The 3 stars either have great chemistry or they had a little girl talk prior to the event in New York for them to be sporting the same color. Rowland's most recent single, Commander, from her 3rd studio album, has topped the U.S. Hot Dance Club chart, following its success on the UK chart in the top 10. However, Rowland is not the only one that is out with new music. Beyoncé, who is also known as Sasha Fierce, just released her 4th studio album, Title 4, this past June. Her lead single, Run the World, Girls, also reached the #1 spot on the U.S. Hot Dance Club chart as well. Competitors? Definitely. Frenemies? Maybe. For an exciting weekend, let's take a look at the newest dance flick, You Got Served, Beat the World, that will hit theaters today. The fast-paced and intense film is set in Detroit, following dance crews from around the world as they prepare themselves to battle at the International Beat the World competition. In the movie, the performers chase for their ultimate dream, risking everything they have to get to the top, while featuring mind-blowing hip-hop moves, including b-boying and free running. So do expect to be fully entertained. 周末要到了，想要看什么电影呢？今天为你介绍一部结合 free running 和 hip hop 舞步的精彩电影《You Got Served, Beat the World》。I'm worldwide now, baby.
The dread of the curl, the streets of the girl. The only way to the top is to beat the world. You weak, you get hurled out with no hesitation. We build on skills in this hip-hop nation. This about self-creation. DJing, rap writing, MCing, B-boy breaking. Knowing I'm faking, respect we're taking. I'm living life free to be the me that I'm facing. Back again, check the style I'm using. I'm not losing, hip-hop is moving. In fact, we cruising, like blood in the street we oozing. Hip-hop we living, it's dance we doing. We them B-boys, graffiti writers, we them. Culture keepers, we see trends. We was at the beginning, now we still winning. Now today we gonna see them ends.
We got a beat to rock your body. We got the fun, so join the party.
News, the number of initial claims for state unemployment benefits last week in the U.S. has dropped below the 400,000 mark for the first time since early April. However, does this suggest a hopeful sign for the U.S. economy? 美国公布最新的首次 apply 失业救济人数跌破了40万人，但这对美国经济跟 job market 来说是个好消息吗？请看我们以下的报道。
According to the Labor Department, the weekly applications fell to 398,000, which is the first time that the number fell below 400,000 in 4 months. The number was 375,000 in February, but it soon skyrocketed to 478,000 in April and has declined slowly since then. Even though the number of people who filed for jobless benefits for the first time is getting fewer, it does not necessarily mean that the country's economy is growing. Analysts have forecasted that economic growth between April and June is only 1.7%, and with fewer jobs in the job market, the unemployment rate remains high at 9.2% in June. Furthermore, the economy growth is also hampered by the decreasing orders of long-lasting manufactured goods in the manufacturing sector. Some economists have expected orders to increase as well as some economic growth in the second half of this year, considering that the gas prices have come down slightly and that the global supply chains disrupted by the Japan earthquake is recovering. However, some people are concerned that economy weakness will persist after the Fed survey shows that the economic activity in June and early July is the weakest this year. The Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan both predict that economic growth for the second half of this year will be 2.5%, which suggests that the number of people applying for the employment benefits will still be huge, since the economy will need to grow 5% for a whole year to bring down the employment rate by 1 percentage point.
Thank you for joining back with us here after the break for the Entertainment Fix. I am Louisa Lee. The children of Hollywood star Matt Damon haven't had the chance to enjoy the privilege of boasting about their famous dad just yet, because the young ones are actually clueless about his role in the eyes of the viewers. 好莱坞影星 Matt Damon 跟媒体说，他的小孩到现在还不知道他是演员，而且好像不觉得爸爸出现在荧幕上有什么了不起。
And I'm gonna find them.
This is Jason Bourne, toughest target that you've ever tracked. He's really good at staying alive, and trying to kill him and failing just pisses him off.
It's the Bourne actor Matt Damon keeping his true identity from his little kids who haven't realized that their daddy is actually a top-notch star in Hollywood. The actor said his 11-year-old stepdaughter Alexia has seen him in several movies, adding that she obviously knows. She hasn't seen all the movies, but has seen enough to know that's what I do. The little ones don't have any idea. We're trying to keep it that way. He is happy that with the help of new technologies, his 2 younger children with wife Luciana, 3-year-old Isabella, and 1-year-old Gia are not aware that he is a celebrity. He adds that it's more and more possible now with the prevalence of video cameras and technology, iPhones and Blackberries. Kids are used to seeing their own images on screens, so when they see me on a screen, it kind of makes sense for them. Yeah, he's on that TV and I'm on this laptop.
In related news, besides checking out what the Hollywood stars are wearing on the red carpet, you can now take their kids' styles into consideration. Here on our program today, let's follow Jennifer Zhang's report to find out the potential trendsetters for our future generation. 好莱坞明星的 fashion taste 总是大家的 role model， 而他们的小孩呢， 今天来带你看好莱坞最有时尚感的明星小孩 Suri Cruise、Romeo Beckham 还有 Shiloh Novelle-Jolie
Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' daughter, Suri, is by far one of the youngest fashion trendsetters in Hollywood. Katie has more than once told the media that Suri is very strong-willed about her clothes and what she wants to wear since she was 1.5 years old. At just the age of 5, she has already gathered a collection of designer clothes, shoes, as well as cosmetics and accessories for every occasion you can think of, which is rumored to be worth more than £2 million. She was once spotted wearing a pair of high-heel Mary Janes and later sparked a craze for it. Suri's sense of style is so good that Katie has complete confidence in her, even allowing her daughter to pick out clothes for her to wear on the red carpet. But are lipstick and high heels a bit too grown up for Suri? Despite criticism that she's allowing Suri to grow up too quickly, mother Katie Holmes seems quite happy to continue to indulge her with fancy wares. And if Suri Cruise is the fashion trendsetter for young girls, then Romeo Beckham is definitely the fashion guide for young boys. Romeo, the second son of LA Galaxy star David Beckham and designer Victoria Beckham, has recently made number 26 in GQ's 50 Best Dressed list. Romeo, who's only 8 years old, ranks higher than Prince William, number 27, Jude Law, number 29, but behind Robert Pattinson, number 4. Even though he's 10 spots behind his daddy, David, his future path in the fashion industry looks rather promising, with sources saying that Romeo has already signed his first commercial deal to design sunglasses for kids. The young Beckham is believed to have strong opinions on what works and what doesn't, and has been badgering David and Victoria for months about designing his own sunglasses. Victoria has previously spoken of her second son's flair for fashion, saying that Romeo is so into fashion. Speaking of kids who have unique fashion tastes, we should never miss Shiloh Novelle, the daughter of Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Shiloh, the fourth child in the Jolie Pitt family, is apparently obsessed with boyish fashion. According to Jolie, Shiloh loves J.M. Barrie's works, and most importantly, she adores Randy's younger brother, John, and Peter Pan. Shiloh insisted that everyone must call her John. However, Angelina and Brad don't seem to be too worried about Shiloh's tomboy tendencies, telling the media that she likes to dress like a boy. She wants to be a boy, so we had to cut her hair. She likes to wear boys everything. She thinks she's one of the brothers. Sources said when Pitt took Shiloh for shopping in February, she only had her eyes set on boys' collections of jeans, hoodies, and shirts. He added that she has absolute no interest in the pretty dresses or skirts. Pitt reportedly spent around $10,000 to make her happy.
Now moving on, and the Chinese officials are not the only ones under fire. The Norway's police are also facing questions for their slow response over the terror attacks that shook the nation last Friday. 而挪威的警方在攻击事件后，也被质疑是不是花太久的时间才到了 Utøya Island。警方回应，他们已经尽了全力，绝对不是动作太慢。Reporters are asking why it took the police an hour to alert the armed officers to arrest the gunman on Utøya Island. They also questioned why a helicopter wasn't used to transport the officers to the scene, where the shooting spree supposedly went on for more than an hour. The authorities are defending their decisions, saying that they have done their best to get to the island quickly. As for the searches, the police in Norway have called an end to it and have released the names of another 24 victims of the attack, in addition to the 17 names that were made public earlier. The 32-year-old suspect, Anders Behring Breivik, will undergo a second round of interrogation today.